Welcome to episode 22 of Training Partners Podcast. Chris, man, I told that motherfucker, I ain't never scared.
East side, what?
I ain't never scared.
West side, what?
I ain't never scared.
South side, what?
I ain't never scared.
North side, what?
Welcome back.
Glad to be back.
There's no east side in Chicago?
No, because there's there's lake.
Yeah, it's just north, south, west side.
I was messing with Bishop. We went for a run like on the lake, and there was like a red flag on the beach. Like we're right on, which is the coolest, like a 21-mile pathway that you can just run and bike on that's uninterrupted. It's amazing. But I was running like the red flag, and I'm like, oh, it must have been a shark out there today. That's why the red flag's there. He's like, really? What? And then at one point, like the road's really banked. He's like, why is it banked? I'm like, it's for high tide. Keep the ocean from coming in. He's like, that makes so much sense.
Yep. I mean, they do have tides. That one's less silly.
I mean, they're not like real tides,
but tides still exist in the lakes. But
talking like.
But sharks is yeah.
There's freshwater sharks.
There are freshwater sharks. That's true. They got big waves, man. You know that that's the Great Lakes have a lot of turbulence. Like there's major I think it was usually like lumber shipments coming from Canada, like boats all over the place down there at the bottom of the lake.
It's a huge lake.
They're enormous lakes.
That's so cool.
Welcome back. We're talking about HYROX today. We did like 2 weightlifting episodes.
We did like 6 weightlifting. I don't know. You sneak them in. I don't know what episode this is because I don't know if you filmed some without me. No,
we did 2 weightlifting episodes. We did a coach talk episode. We did that together.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about either of your recent HYROX performances.
Correct.
So like you only have Chicago on our itinerary, but I think it's worth talking about maybe your doubles and then that going into Chicago.
Yeah.
Overall. So
okay.
Big recap. How many people went to Chicago total?
So we had 22 total competitors.
Largest group ever.
Largest group ever.
It was amazing.
It was super cool.
22. And how many of those were first timers?
Oh goodness. I should count that exact number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So half, 50-50.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think what I really love about what's going on, I'm serious, I'm not going to sign up for HYROX. I think I don't know why people do it, but what I love about is the race aspect. I like how excited people get preparing for it.
Yeah.
I think. To me, I don't know, I guess. I'm not just hanging out with runners, but it does seem like people get more excited for this than like, oh, I'm prepping for a marathon or something like that.
Yeah, I think because there's so much, I think they do a phenomenal job of like the event feels like top tier. I do want you to go to one at some point just to experience that.
Oh, I'll definitely go. No, I'll definitely go to one
because it's like we're so used to going to like local CrossFit competitions where it's like, hey, it's just in another gym. Like
that's a good point.
The odds of going to like the CrossFit Games is so low where going to a HYROX is the equivalent of going to the CrossFit Games.
Yeah, the production's upscale enough, and it's not like marathons. And there's many prestigious marathons in court, like Boston Marathon's big deal, and so I'm not disparaging those, but this is like a closed course. There's a lot of production value going into it. It seems like there's more condensed excitement maybe than there would be.
You think about, there's definitely more people out cheering the Boston Marathon and stuff like that, but there's 14,000 competitors in Chicago over the weekend. So let's say there was over 3 days. So let's say a third of them, so 5,000 are competing each day. And then you put in the fans, you got like 8,000 people throughout that building in the one day. And they're all contained to this one area cheering on their friends and family and all that good stuff.
Yeah, they're just compacted. Looks like, I just had to look up, there's about 30,000 runners on race day for the Boston Marathon. So that is a lot.
That's a lot.
I was just trying to like compare the scale and everything like that.
But it's like you said, it's so spread out. Because you got people at different stations throughout, which makes the marathon really cool because over 26 miles you're continuously getting cheered on.
And it's different. It's not just a road race. It's a course basically. It's a course that has the station pieces, and there's big video board and judging and all kinds of other stuff. I don't know. It just seems like people are amped.
Yeah, and I think one thing too, like after this weekend, a lot of people, especially their first time, they're like, "Oh, that was cooler than I thought it was going to be."
That's great.
It was more than they thought it was going to. They were more excited. They enjoyed it. Everything was just more than they anticipated.
Oh, that's great. I like same thing happens in weightlifting. Like when they don't really think about at all. It's like, oh, I don't know. They just, or maybe they just get, they don't either don't think about it. They just get really nervous and then they have a lot of fun. And they're like, and I don't know why it's fun, but it is.
Yeah.
So that's good. I'm glad that people had that experience. So I guess before we go further in Chicago, like since it's a big HYROX episode, let's start with the Atlanta one.
Okay.
If you want to talk about it. So you did doubles there, right?
Yep. So me and Jordy, we teamed up to do a doubles race. It was exactly 2 weeks out from my Chicago race, which was what I was prepping for. And chat with my coach, it seems fine to do 2 weeks out to do a double because like that's kind of what you're going to do anyways. You're going to do like a HYROX. So it's like, okay. I did half the stations.
With the same amount of running.
Same amount of running. So
and that it would be a HYROX, right?
Technically a HYROX, you do half the running as well.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But so obviously I did the full run. And we went into it like Jordy's really excited. Like he loves the sport. And like we didn't really have like goals of being competitive, but we had goals of like, hey, we want to be like sub 105. So like we want to be close to that 1 hour mark. And maybe even like sub 103. And like we're running the numbers on what we could do. And we get there, like we're feeling good. And his best doubles time before this, I believe, was 114. Both of our best solo times were around 117, 118. So like that's a pretty big jump, trying to aim for sub 105.
Yep.
And we ended the day with a 101, which was really cool. Ended up putting us fourth in our age group. The way they do age group is they take your average ages. So we were in the 30 to 34 age group, and neither one of us are actually in that age because he's in his 20s and I'm almost 40. So that was really cool to see. But then what was really fun about this race was there was two guys in our group or in our wave that we were neck and neck with the whole time. We kind of started off slightly ahead of them, but they passed us in the first station. And they stay ahead of us the whole race until we get to the lunges. And we pass them on the lunges, which is the 7th station.
Okay.
So we pass them there, and then we get to the wall balls maybe 5 to 10 seconds ahead of them. But Jordy had like 3 no reps to like start the wall balls. No. Not for depth, but for like missing the target.
Oh, is this accuracy?
Yeah, okay. It's accuracy, which is we've learned. I think we'll talk about that more because we've seen that a few times actually. But then he was able to get it together, and then we finished 2 seconds ahead of them, and they ended up being in our age group, and so it was a really tight finish.
Hell yeah!
And so that was a really cool feeling.
Suck it, those guys.
One of the guys is like gone to the CrossFit Games twice.
Oh wow!
As teams,
okay.
So like it was, and the team that was actually one place ahead of us, one of the guys was like on the practice squad for the Falcons last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So it was just like neat little tidbits, but it like reinvigorated me of like, okay, I'm kind of good at this.
Yeah.
4th in our age group, 7th overall out of, I don't know how many people, few hundred, few thousand when it comes really to teams. So like, that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
It was.
So that was already like a big improvement in experience.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah. Like me and Audrey did a 103. So then we knocked 2 minutes off of that, Jordy and I. But that was just really cool of like, I'm gonna be honest, part of me was a little sad to be 5 seconds away from having our first podium.
Yeah.
I think I'd already told you about that. Yeah. Like the whole drive back, I'm just thinking like, dude, it's Sunday. If we had that flag, I could go hang it in the gym, and like Monday morning people get there, like, oh my God, they got a banner. Like that'd have been cool.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. That's okay. But it made me more excited for the sport, I'd say.
Awesome. So that was your prep leading in Chicago.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about your experience, or do you want to lead with the team?
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and knock me out since we just make it all about me, and then we'll move on to the actual important people.
So that's your prep and pretty normal standard prep. Yeah, it's not a crazy amount of running. The intensity is probably pretty high, but like you've cut the amount of work in half, so even the intensity is brought down just because you get a rest period.
Yep.
The running is just like normal amount of running you would do.
Yep.
And like in weightlifting, we would max 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
Like that would be a thing. So it's not that dissimilar. I guess you definitely wouldn't run a marathon. So that's a difference just because it's so much shorter.
Correct.
Than an extreme endurance event, right? So do you feel like it must have helped you?
Yeah, I feel like it definitely did help me. And like leading into my taper, I was feeling good. We did like.
Aside from the taper and physiological part, do you think just the proximity of like, oh yeah, I only did this like 2 weeks ago. Like the management of the feeling of like doing like, because there's something electric about being in the arena, if that makes sense. So it's like, oh, okay, like I belong here.
Yeah.
Do you think that played a factor?
That definitely like it was so me and Audra's 103 was like a huge boost of confidence. But that was back in June.
Yeah.
So like that kind of faded.
Yeah, it's like a long time from doing the thing, right?
But so like this being just 2 weeks out, it's like, oh no, like, and it was like these, I don't want to sound like egotistical, but like there was literally people coming up to us, like asking our time. Cause like they saw how fast we were moving and stuff.
Nice.
Like they was like, oh my God, how did y'all do? We saw you pass it. Like that was a really cool feeling. It was like, oh, we're good at this. Like we belong out here. People want to know how we did. So it was definitely like continued my mindset of like, oh, yep, I belong to be at when these heats start. I need to be at the front of the line. Like I'm in the top 10% of this, top 5%. Like I belong.
That's got to be a positive
like,
boost. And like it's not, because we suffer from this in weightlifting with meets being so spread out. Like there's basically like 2 big meets a year. You might do 4 total meets, but they're always like, the 2 big ones are 6 months apart, right?
Yeah.
With the other one sprinkled in, maybe you're going every 3 months or something like that. Not always, but yeah, you'll see that. You'll see people suffer from, like just being rusty.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a great primer. I would be curious to hear either your coach or like a really, really high level, like, one of the pro level athletes talk about that some more. Like if they feel like it impacted them negatively, if it was like, no, I feel like I'm in the zone. It's almost like you're ready for season.
Right.
Probably, right?
No, I definitely think so. I think it's a good idea, like moving forward. I know it's costs money expensive, but to like, if you're able to do a doubles 2 weeks out before your solo, I think that's not a bad idea at all.
Awesome. So, okay, talk about your taper then from that 2 weeks, and let's go over the performance.
Yeah. So like I did like a classic coach athlete mistake of like my last workout day was Wednesday because I was running on Saturday. I did the classic mistake of putting all my athletes first. And so like, that's the block. I had like 6 athlete meetings before the race.
Yep. So I was there for them. Yep.
So I did not do my workout that day. But that's okay. We got to Chicago a day earlier than everybody else. So we went to a gym there and I just like hopped on the ergs and just did like some intervals there. I still did my 5K shakeout run, we did some like tempo work, but it was just like 5K total distance. Me, Bishop, and Nick Witten did that. It was a ton of fun just running up the lake. But then I was actually really lucky that my race was on Saturday at 8:20 a.m. So the first wave is at 8 o'clock. So there's every 10 minutes a wave of like, I think they do the math, like they spread it out evenly, but there was 41 or 43 people in each wave. So there was only, when I started, there was only 80 other people on the course.
Okay.
If you're going at like 2 in the afternoon, you could have an hour in front of you and an hour behind you of where waves are just going nonstop.
Sure, yeah.
So the course gets really packed.
Okay.
So I did benefit from having a pretty empty course for the first half
So
of
you
my
could
race.
just move through it a little bit easier.
Correct. Mainly the running course.
How to game that system?
So there used to be a way, this is like a fun, I don't know. It used to be, from my knowledge, when you sign up, you put your estimated finish time.
Oh, those kind of group you by that.
And it used to be that they would do it by fastest people first to slowest people. So it would reduce the risk of someone catching other people and clog the stations.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
Which makes sense. But then people figured that out, and people were just bullshitting times to try to go at certain times.
Okay.
'Cause they would just put a fast time so they could go with the fast people. Like, oh, I got to run with these fast people. But they're just lying about their times. Now, from my understanding, they take all those times and like evenly spread them out throughout the day.
Oh, wow.
And I think they even consider, if you've actually raced, they'll go look at your old times.
Yeah.
And like use that to kind of
And
help
they should. They should do that. Absolutely. I'd almost see the need for like, hey, you're a first timer. Like, well, you're going to be in this one where we're going to accommodate a good amount of time. Like, even if you're a fast person.
Right. You got to do your first one.
And then otherwise, like, oh, you got previous race history. We're just going to group you guys together. Or something.
It makes the most sense.
Yeah.
So I felt good. Weirdly, I got judged. Not weirdly. I got judged for going and having deep dish pizza the night before my race.
Dude, that's heavy.
It was so good.
That's heavy, boy.
Good. I was like, this is the night I have available to go get it. I have to go get it.
Okay.
So we went to Gino East, which is my personal favorite.
Okay.
And it's delicious. But so I woke up and
momentary pause.
Yeah.
Is that pizza?
Yes, it's deep dish pizza. What is it? What are you gonna call it? It's lasagna. There's no layers of pasta.
It's like a casserole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This isn't. I love Chicago, what they call pizza.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't call that
Apparently
pizza.
the locals eat the thin crust.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
We got one of each.
I like that thing. I don't think it's pizza.
Okay, I'm gonna push back because say it's this thick.
Okay.
And you're calling it casserole. At what point is it pizza?
I think it really comes down to actually the method.
So
I've had focaccia style pizza in Italy, like in Florence.
Humble brag here.
It's amazing. It's like 48-hour proof on the focaccia. It's incredible. He uses it to make pizza, blah, blah, blah. But I think that bake is done differently. Basically, once you put it in the cast iron, once you've slapped all this stuff into a cast iron, I think you've changed the product. It's not exactly the same. I think that's the difference for me. And then you've plopped a lot of stuff. Delicious.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it.
My mouth is watering.
I just don't go in and being like, oh, I'm going to go get some pizza. I'm going to go get this casserole that's delicious.
Yeah, it's one of those things, every time you're there, you got to go get it.
It's like, okay, let me just take the tortilla out of a burrito. Let me wrap it in a bread.
That is true. Like
that's now a sandwich.
Yeah, and if you like wrap it in lettuce, you don't call it a sandwich. You call it a lettuce wrap.
You call it a lettuce wrap.
So you should change the name.
That's what I'm saying.
As long as they don't change how they make it.
I don't want it to go away. Yeah. I'm not insulting how delicious it is. I just like, come on. Anyway.
Yeah. So we did that. And then it was kind of weird. There was a Whole Foods across the street. So like I grabbed like a muffin and a parfait to have before. And I planned on like grabbing a bagel to like fuel before the race, like 2 hours before. That was like 6:20. So nothing was open. So I just went to Dunkin' Donuts and got a croissant with like bacon, egg, and cheese. There's like a maple bacon, egg, and cheese.
You heard it here first, guys. Christopher runs on Dunkin'.
It was so good. It was so good. But yeah, so get
not
to
a
the
sponsor
venue.
of the show, but
They could be.
Anyway,
venue was really cool. One thing that like we noticed, it was kind of funny when you do like the Google Maps from like your hotel to the venue. It was like a 10-minute walk. It was at the Navy Pier. Well, we didn't realize the Navy Pier is insanely massive. So like, yes, it was 10 minutes to the front of the building. It was another 10 or 15 to the back where the actual event space was.
Okay, all right.
So that was like a learning curve.
So 20-minute walk.
20-minute walk, get there.
Dunkin' Donuts. Pizza the night before.
Feeling good.
Optimal condition.
I'm actually like stuffed. I'm like, because like me and Maria, my coach, it's like, she's like, you're a 200-pound guy. Like that's large for this sport. So like, make sure you have a lot in you to make sure you're fueled. I'm like, oh, you released me. Okay, let's eat everything.
I'm laughing at that, and I'm laughing at like 200-pound guy large for the sport.
I know, right?
And it's like every sport. That's not the case.
That's not the case.
Not endurance sports.
Not endurance sports at all.
Okay.
And then, so I'm in the back room. This was like the first, like my mindset up until up until me and Audrey's race and Jordy's race has been like, okay, you don't want to like blow up on the first run or on the ski. Like you want to be chill. Mm-hmm. So during the warm up, I would always like like stay to the back and like chill, nice, easy warm up. And then when it's time to go, I would be in the back of the group and just like very relaxed. Dude, this time I was so nervous. I was so nervous walking around the warm up room. I was like, because like I had real expectations for the first time. It was like, I really want to do this 110 goal. And I was like shaking nerves. And I never felt that before. I don't know if that's just because like I really cared. I'm just really excited, but the adrenaline was pumping.
That's awesome.
So I go through my warm up, just a lot of positive self-talk to get ready. And then they like line you up and you go into this little corral. They get you all hype and all that good stuff. And I take my final goo before the workout. So I have some simple carbs to get going. And then I paced it kind of differently this time. We knew like my real goal was an hour 13. And if you do the math, there's 8 rounds, 9 minutes a round, puts you at 112. Peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream.
You get that reference?
No. I'm sorry.
Okay. So the band 112 sings the song Peaches and Cream.
Oh, okay.
Good song. Anyways. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try to finish every round by 9 minutes. So 9, 18, 27. So instead of pacing my run specifically, I decided just to pace the rounds.
By 9.
Yeah. And it worked out great. Like I was on pace up until the second to last station. I was actually a minute ahead.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I was like, all right, I got a chance to break this 110. These last 2 stations are good stations for me, sandbag lunges and wall balls.
Yeah.
So it's like just full send on these runs. And I did that. And then got to the wall balls and went unbroken, which is like, I don't know, cool, I guess.
Oh,
you get a special patch for going unbroken on the wall balls.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, I got to go.
At that point, like I've been very critical of like calling that a strength movement. You know that.
Yeah.
On this podcast, and I don't think wall balls are a strength movement. I do think and I would even say if 100 wall balls on their own, unbroken, totally doable, actually.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable, but totally doable.
Yeah.
Doing 100 wall balls unbroken after all the other shit you've done where your heart rate is maxed is very impressive.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fucking hard thing to do.
So I was very proud of that. And I crossed the line at 109.41 or whatever it was. So it was a huge 9-minute PR. I think I ended up 14th in my age group and like 65th out of like 1,600 total. So that was really cool. Really happy about it. No complaints.
So you did all that prep. Your coach came up with that race plan.
Yep.
You executed it. But who really told you to burn the ships to make this time possible?
I don't think Maria listened, so I can say this. So I asked Sean. I was like, Sean, some professional advice. Do I do what my coach says and go for 113, or go for what I really want and go for 110? And you said go for 110.
I said burn the ships.
You said burn the ships. So
exactly.
I did it.
I mean, who's really coach here?
Who's really coach? So she's fired.
Is the one who did all the work and designed the program, or is the one who told you to just YOLO?
Yeah, for sure. You get to take the credit.
In the way that you get to be an Olympic coach for like counting for Kane, when you finally podium, I will absolutely take credit for like, oh, I'm a HYROX coach.
Yeah.
100%.
For sure.
Okay, so it went awesome. 9-minute PR.
Yep.
Unbroken wall balls.
Yep.
That being said, I think there's something important that we need to say to everybody. I'm pretty sure that you have an announcement to make. Is that right?
What are you playing? Oh, I don't know what song this is, but I think what I'm supposed to say.
Yeah, I think you have something you want to tell the people.
Is this about weightlifting?
I think you have an important announcement about your weightlifting future.
Yeah, I think what is best for me is to not weightlift anymore. Sarah has been pushing this for a while, that I try to do too many things at once. And because I'm actually good at HYROX and not good at weightlifting, I can't. That weightlifting should take a back seat for a while I focus on HYROX.
November 21st, 2025, Chris Yandle officially announces his retirement from competitive Olympic weightlifting. Put his jersey in the Hall of Fame. Put it up in the rafters. It was a good run, Chris.
It had a really good run. But in reality, we looked at the numbers. And so next year I turn 40. And within the 40 to 40. So my goal was to qualify for Worlds in HYROX, because I've already done that in weightlifting.
That's why you're retiring.
That's why I'm retiring.
There are no worlds left to conquer.
I've conquered this world. So the way it works is there's like 1 or 2 qualified spots at each race for each age group.
Okay.
And
for worlds?
For Worlds.
1 or 2. So is that with the regional thing? Is it state? So each race has that, and then there's like a regional pathway on top
regional
of that, right?
is like this new thing they just released today, so I need to read through it and see all the details. But yes, so it is like, I think regionals is just like to claim you're the best in that region. I don't think it's going to have anything to do with Worlds, because Worlds you have to do pro weights, and this is only open weights.
Championship serves as a pathway to the HYROX World Championships.
All right, well, I need to read it.
That's what it says now. It might be, no, it says singles and doubles, men and women, and that there will be pro. I mean, that might be no different. I think you're right. Like it's open entry for you to compete, and you don't need to qualify for these like you would for Worlds. Mm-hmm. I think it's just like we're gonna say that Atlanta is the Southeast region thing, and you're the best in the Southeast region.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it doesn't really change. So yeah, I think you're right. It's anyway.
So for me personally, it was looking at the numbers of what the 40 to 44-year-olds have done to qualify. It's been, depending on the event, because obviously it's just first and second place or just first place, it can range from like a 1 hour and 1 minute to a 1 hour and 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I just did a 109, but these are at pro weights.
Yeah.
So the theory is I just need to get slightly faster.
You just need to run faster.
But like move the weights at the same pace. So January of next year, so in 31st, I'm gonna do my first pro weight race to like set a benchmark for those weights, see where I'm at, and then like have all of next year, and then when I'm 40 to do a race, and that'll be the one where I try to podium and qualify for Worlds.
So I wanted to ask you about this because you must enjoy it. like, so when I watch you train, I'm like, that looks terrible.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any of that, you know?
Yeah.
And I think your CrossFit programming before you even did HYROX was very run biased. Like there was always runs in it. So I don't think running has ever been something you don't enjoy. Like you do enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
You go run club every week. Like it's stuff you were already doing. And now it's just the art of becoming faster at that.
Yeah.
And you were doing CrossFit as well and enjoyed it. But yeah, when I see, cause like it's fucking hard work. Like the training you're doing is like, there are sessions where you're just jacking up your heart rate and like with respect, the most boring way possible to jack up your heart rate. No, like this is like, hey, the point of this is just like this really monostructural way of like, we're going to get you to your threshold and just repeat. Right. Or this other really boring way of just running like for an extended period of time. Like I look at compared to CrossFit where it's like, you know, there's a reason that we do the ADHD cardio because like we don't want to get bored, literally. Yeah. Like that's it. We're not even trying that hard. It's nowhere near as hard as you're trying at these things, right? But in CrossFit, it's like, okay, what's kind of nice or the appeal of it is like there's always something else to work on. And it's like, no, these are the things you need to work on. Yeah. And you just need, so it's very similar to weightlifting in that sense that it's like boring and monotonous and it's the same all the time. Yeah. And you can only stomach that and survive it, I know, in weightlifting if you fucking love it. Yeah. So my question to you is, do you love this enough to do that? Or are you more just like, hey, I'm kind of good at it?
I love the feeling of being competitive and winning.
Okay. So you like being competitive.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're willing to endure those things.
Yeah. Cause like
for that.
And that's why like weightlifting I enjoy, but like I'm not competitive at like, yeah, I do the bare minimum to qualify for Worlds.
What are you talking about?
You're
in the World Championships.
I am in the World Championships for Masters.
Yeah.
Can't say it without the word
in
Masters.
the Worlds.
In the World. I've qualified for Worlds.
You're trying to go to the World Championships in Masters.
I'm not trying. I am.
No, for HYROX.
Oh yeah.
So don't put a qualifier on it. You're trying to do the same thing. You're already a world level athlete in weightlifting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a pathway, I believe, where I could actually win the Worlds for my age group.
Okay.
In HYROX. And then
do you not think you can win the Worlds in Masters weightlifting?
There's a friend of mine.
Okay.
His name's Daniel Dodd.
Oh, I know him.
We are the same age.
Okay.
We are not the same though.
Just fucking.
I know.
But okay, so you still gotta enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
I'm not trying to. I wanted you to give your honest answer, and you did.
Yeah.
I think we're the same in that like we're very competitive, and winning is. I don't want to do something I can't win at.
Right. Right.
So
it almost sounds like I'm quitting weightlifting because I'm not going to win. Hey, I found something else I can win at.
All right. Well, so January first pro attempt. Have you talked about that?
Yeah. So we had our meeting.
The transition is
2 days ago. I'm not taking time off. I'm taking 4 weeks away from her programming from me just to like reset. I'm just jumping into classes and stuff like that for 4 weeks.
Nice.
And also that's because part of that was because we have weightlifting Worlds and I should be snatching and clean and jerking, which I still have not done. But so that'll give us, once that's over, that will give us 6 weeks to prep for that.
Okay.
So we'll do a 6-week prep to be ready for that. And that'll be a lot of moving the heavy weights.
I guess it works in that if you're focusing on weightlifting and trying to be as strong as possible before you have to move heavier weights, maybe that'll work out. You probably just maintain your running, right?
Yeah, the theory is, as of now, is I am strong enough to do the pro weights because I do have an abundance of strength when it comes to HYROX, but we just don't want to lose that. So I think I'm just going to switch to like add in and just squat, bench, deadlift just to like maintain strength.
I saw her recap. Something she said about your PR, and it was nice. Like what the strategy was because this guy is strong.
Yeah,
and I was like,
the fuck he ain't.
And it's so shit because you are strong. Like we really forget all the time how strong and capable everybody in this gym is. Yeah. Just by coming here, like really compared to not just the normal person but the normal active person. Yeah. So
we literally have like one of the strongest men in the world in here. So it's just like this is what we're comparing against.
Yeah, it's just that our standards are skewed from this sport. That's all. So, sure. But yeah, I agree. You're not going to have any trouble.
No.
it'll probably jack your heart rate up a little bit more. So
sure.
preparing for how to manage that while needing to run faster, right?
Yep.
Essentially. Okay.
Yep. And the last thing before we move on from me, do you remember the CrossFit athlete Christian Harris?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he raced. He was in the heat wave or whatever 2 before me. I beat him.
Do you want me to at him?
No, because this was his worst.
Let him know that.
This is his worst race ever. He's done a 105 pro before. He just had a bad day. But that's my claim to fame.
But you're basically better than
yeah
that guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
but basically better.
Nice job. All right. So that's Chris. Thank you, Chris, for sharing that.
Of course.
We probably won't go into depth as much on everybody else because they're not here to speak on their preparation.
Yep.
But you are the coach and the leader of the program. So you want to walk us through all of the other 20 people?
So day 1 was doubles just females doubles. So we had Allison and Jess. They just met. So like Jess bought her tickets like months ago without a partner.
Oh, okay. All right.
So she's like, I'm going to do doubles and just like hunting a partner. She bought the flex package so she could change. And I was like, hey, worst case scenario, if timing's right, I'll just do doubles with you. I'll do 2 races.
You damn
I'm
fool.
so glad that
You
didn't
damn
happen.
fool,
I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk
No way.
afterwards.
No way.
But Allison just recently joined the gym, and she's been training. They did the simulation a couple weeks ago, and they're like, "Oh, you're great." And they literally met the day of the simulation. And Allison's like, "Yeah, I'm down to go to Chicago." She's like 4 kids, got a grandchild, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm down to go." So she went to Chicago by herself, like with us, and her and Jess just like crushed it. 14-minute PR for Jess. That was her second one. That was Allison's first race. They did so good. Allison is insanely strong.
Right. Oh, awesome.
So they made the stations look really easy. And they're
Really?
you trying to steal my athletes?
Go on.
She could be a great master. I haven't seen her move a barbell yet though, so want to see.
Okay.
So, but they had a great time, had fun. It was like it was good to get to know Allison a little bit more since we just met her. So she came to all the team dinner functions and all that good stuff.
Awesome.
So she did great. And then actually 10 minutes after them was Madison and Allie. They've been training here for a while. And it was both of their first races. Madison, she was funny. She came up to me one day and she was like, "I don't know if I can do this." She's like, "You think I'll be okay to do it?" I'm like, "You're gonna be fine." She's been coming to Track Tuesday. Her boyfriend's a really good runner. He's been helping her run. Like some days he'd come out to the runs with us and just pace her, which is really, really cool to see. And then Allie,
Taylor, I will never do that for you
because you can't keep up.
Yeah.
When are we doing our race? Okay. And then Allie.
Wait, what race?
The 1 mile. The 4 girls.
Oh, it's the 4 girls 400. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. So Allie.
Okay. Allie, she had a foot injury, so she had to like back off of running. But her running had improved significantly. But she just after the race, she went and got checked out, and everything's good. She just need a steroid shot, but her foot's gonna be good. But they hit their goal. They had a goal of 120. And they hit it like 120 and some change. So like they paced everything perfectly. They did a good job of like teamwork, sharing. They did a good job at communicating. Like when one was like struggling, like, "Hey, help me out," and they'd switch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They did a really good job there.
Let's get to the top dog.
The top dog. So this is day 2. It was fun. We had me, Nick, and Bishop. We all started within an hour of each other. That was actually a really cool moment. Is like once each we passed each other, and it was just like cool to like see your teammate out there.
Yeah.
And be like, it was like, "Hey, Sean, keep it up." It was just something really quick, but it was like a little boost. That was really nice. Nick's got the new fastest time in the gym, 107.15, and that was a 4-minute PR.
Dang.
So that's huge. That's gonna be tough to chase
Do you know
down.
what number race is this for Nick?
This is just his second race.
Just his second.
He did DC last year, and now he did
That
this.
needs to go pro.
Yeah, so we've already chatted a little bit, and he's going to start. His goal is to get stronger because he's a really good runner, and so he just needs to add the strength so he can handle the stations a little bit better.
Yeah,
and he's a smaller stature guy, so he could definitely
should
use some
do well.
strength.
Like it's a shorter, lighter sport for the most part, right?
I think it's a tall man sport.
Do you think so?
I think so because
I felt that way because of the run.
Yeah, so you got the run, which is the most important, but then you got the ergs.
Erg helps to be tall.
Ergs helps to be tall. The sleds, I think, helps to be tall too because you're going to have more mass typically. It's like lean into the sled push, lean against the sled pull. Lunges, yes, you have to stand up further, but you can take longer steps. Wall balls are typically easier for taller people.
because the squat isn't that great. It's easier to get the ball up there.
Yeah,
for taller
I think
people. Burpees are harder.
Burpees are harder.
Lunges are harder.
You think lunges are harder? I think they're like either way.
For tall people?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Even though they can cover more ground each step?
You're doing 50% more work. I guess you are covered. You did because it's a distance thing. It probably equals out. If it was like reps and in place, I would be like, oh no. Like if we both did 20 reps, mine are easier.
Yeah.
Just because there's like. But you're right. It's distance, so it probably does equal out. That's true. Farmer's carry is equal. The sled, I would say a longer armed person definitely does better on the sled pull. 100%. Like that's a big advantage. And so you probably get, a little bit more length in the push too. So yeah, all right. Yeah. We can lean that way.
So I think
he's got to get stronger.
He's got to get stronger because he's a really good runner. And he wasn't a runner before finding HYROX. He was like a soccer player. So like he was a runner by that, but he never like did dedicated runs.
Okay, so that was Nick.
That was Nick. And then we had Bishop, which there's a fun fact to come on this one.
On the hour after hour. Basically, were these the 3 fastest times?
Yep.
For singles anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me, Nick, and Bishop.
Okay.
Well, Audra as well. Audra beat me.
So that leads us up into Bishop, who's just like an hour later.
Yep. So he started at 9 a.m. and he had a 3-minute PR. But what's to make this about him and I is there's a cool app where you can take any two races and compare them.
Okay.
And it give like a nice little chart, and you can see like who's ahead throughout the race, assuming y'all are racing at the same time.
Does he have access to this?
Yeah.
Can you bring a phone?
No. So like after the fact, you can go.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't be doing this during race.
No.
This is because like no. Like having a reference to time so you can pace it, like that's fine.
Yeah.
But it would like if you guys are just in there and you've got like a fucking like your QB1, it's like all right, Chris is here, I've got to pick it up.
I mean, you could do that, I guess, maybe. I don't know. But it showed that the whole race he's ahead of me.
Okay.
From the go until the wall balls. He had a mishap on wall balls.
A mishap.
So he ended up doing like 125 wall balls instead of 120.
Oh my God. That's 25% more work.
Correct. So he got like 25 no reps, and they were all because of accuracy.
Wow.
So
that's a lot.
He and the judge struggled with communication. He thought he wasn't going low enough.
So he just kept squatting deeper?
He just kept squatting deeper.
Oh, no.
What was happening was, so it's 2 targets. You got the 9-foot target and the 10-foot target, and they're connected.
Yeah.
And they have sensors on it. So, but if it hits the 9-foot target at all and rolls up, it doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
And that's what was happening. It was hitting. And so we were trying to yell at him that he was too close to the target because it was like hitting and rolling up.
Yeah.
But he couldn't hear us because it's loud in there. And he felt he was too far away, so he kept getting closer.
Oh, no.
And it just kept getting worse and worse. So he got passed by me in the wall balls. But he still ended up with a 3-minute PR, which is huge.
So what was his official time?
1:10 and some change.
1:10.
So he didn't break that 70-minute mark, but he's right there at it. And like next go around is going to happen.
Is this true? He did doubles?
He did doubles the same day.
Before or after?
After.
So he did that. 3-minute PR.
3-minute PR.
And still like got doubles done.
Still went and got doubles.
Did he get better at wall balls?
His wall balls were so much better on the second round. Dude, he was so like at one point he stopped and looked at us like, where was this 4 hours ago when he did so low?
Well, at least you learned.
He did learn. He had a sweet moment too. He did this with his sister-in-law. He did the 99th wall ball and then let it drop and let her do the 100th.
Oh,
it was really cute.
That was sweet.
It was sweet.
Well, good job to the guys, to the fellas.
Now one more. We got Seth. One more boy.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
There you go. So Seth, his wife actually like signed him up for the gym. It was like she reached out. She's like, "Hey, I think my husband needs something to do."
Should I ask Seth the same question I asked you about? Do you love this or not?
Yeah, I would love to hear his honest answer. Yeah. But he had a phenomenal time. Like it was his first race. He struggled with mobility some. And so, like, getting to depth was an issue for him, but it's something like we just kept practicing every day. We're doing wall balls. I'm like, hey, dude, I don't want them to no rep you on race day, so let's work on it. And he got better. He had a good, solid time for his first race. He had fun, and yeah, I think he was happy. Like he came to dinner with us. His wife did. They had fun, and then she will never do a HYROX. She said it looked painful as hell, and she runs ultras.
She runs ultras.
And she's like,
yeah, it's just because you guys get to threshold and you just have to live there for an hour.
Live there.
Yeah, it's a skill. I've been thinking more about this. It's a skill you got to learn. Mm-hmm. Like we have to learn the skill of turning the switch off when something's really uncomfortably heavy. Like there are mechanistic things in your body that tell you shouldn't do this, and you have to learn over time, and the body figures it out how to like detrain that, and even if it does happen, how to ignore it. And you guys are doing the same thing. It's just for a different reason.
For an hour.
That you're getting, it's for a different reason, and it's for way longer. Mm-hmm. So hats off to you, like legitimately.
I will say though, like going from movement to movement helps.
Like switching. Yeah, I mean, you get kind of a little buffer to cook down. I mean, and you see that in the heart rate trends. Yeah. Like it kind of backs off a little bit, but man, that's a long time being uncomfortable. Yeah. Which ultras sound a long time being uncomfortable. So I don't know that they're that different. Anyway,
but then Adrian and Bren, this was also their first race. They did the simulation. Adrian's training here. Bren, she trains in another gym, but like she came and dropped in a couple times to work out with him. They did a 1:14 for their first race, which is really good. They're both like really strong athletes, both very competitive and wanted to like do really well. So for our doubles, that was our fastest time. 1:14 is very solid for their first race.
Good for them.
So hats off to them for like busting their asses. And then we go to a fun one, Nico and Catherine. So you would love, I don't think you've had a chance to chat with Nico much, but he is hilarious.
I think I only had one extended talk, but I like them.
He's freaking hilarious. Well, they only had a 1 minute PR from their last race, but they did all of this while a week to the day before their race was their wedding day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they had been like hardcore planning. So like training had like taken a backseat as like they planned for the wedding.
Yeah.
And make that the priority. And also Catherine's studying for her LSAT.
Yeah. It doesn't really make for ideal training and recovery conditions at all. Yeah.
So to still be able to pull out a 1 minute PR with all that, I think is phenomenal.
No, it's pretty great. I mean, you should basically consider the race a wash with all that going on in your life, to be honest.
They had cute outfits. He wore all black. She wore all white. And then while they were doing the wall balls, Dylan, Hannah's husband, was like yelling at the announcer. Was like, "Hey, this is like their honeymoon," like blah blah blah. And so the announcer was like, as they crossed the finish line, they're like, "And the newlyweds with the worst honeymoon ever." So they were supposed to go on the honeymoon to Jamaica, and then fly from Jamaica to Chicago to do the race.
Well,
but then Jamaica,
yep.
So they had to change their honeymoon. So they're actually on their honeymoon right now in Mexico.
Very nice.
Yeah, so good for them. Good way to celebrate, and congratulations on the PR.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations on the wedding. I mean,
yeah. Oh, that as well. I guess that was.
Yeah. 1 minute PR. Yeah.
And then Jerry and Paige. Doubles. So Paige, I didn't get enough information on her. I believe she lives in Chicago. She does live in Chicago because her and I were chatting. She goes to Chicago Strength, which is
where Seth and Melissa go to, right?
It is not, but this is the gym.
They go to Coalition. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chicago Strength has the same logo as us.
And that gym. Yeah.
They opened in June. They opened in June of 2020.
Yeah.
I think we hired the same designers because it's the same logo. I think they just we'll just make the same logo for two companies and they'll never notice.
They hired Derek?
Just go with it. But it's hilarious how exact the logos are.
Derek, you need to get on these people about
copyright dibs, copyright
infringement. Anyway,
but Jerry comes early in the morning. He actually lives down the street. He walks to the gym. Paige was super cool. They had a fun time. It was really good to get to know Jerry more, honestly, because I'm not gonna say he's not a morning person. He's just quiet in the morning. But when he got on the race, he was yelling back at us and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then he comes. We were at team dinner because he didn't race till 7:10 at night. So by the time he was already finished, we were already at team dinner.
Oh wow! Okay.
He joined us, and he walked in. He's like, "Where's the alcohol?" Hell yeah! And they had a good time. He had some friends from California that flew in to do the race as well.
That's late for a race. So when's the latest heat?
8:30 p.m.
Nah.
So our next couple, Hunar and Sharat. 8:10, the third to last heat of the day.
Damn, that's pretty rough, guys.
Yeah, I apologized to them beforehand, even though there was nothing any of us could do about it. But team dinner was scheduled for 8:30 that night.
Yeah,
and they're at 8:10. It's that sucks. I'm like, we already put $1,500 deposit down, so I'm sorry.
Yep.
But we went. Me and Sarah went and watched them start, so we were able to see them start. And hey guys, we're so sorry, but go have fun. It was their first race. It's running at 8:10, and they train in the morning, so they're used to training at 6:30.
It's polar opposite time, right?
So first race, they still had a really good time. They had fun. They got it done. So big check mark. But again, it's just not perfect scenario where you got to start at 8:10. I know weightlifters have to deal with that sometimes when you get a 8 o'clock session.
Yeah, there's an 8 o'clock session for lifting weights. So if you can't snatch 152 kilos or
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears at 9 o'clock at night. Who the fuck you are? I am. Yeah. Anyway.
My favorite Sean clip of all time. So
that closed out Saturday.
It closed out Saturday, and then Sunday is for the girls. So we had 5 individual girls go. Audra started the day. So her last race, solo race, she did 100 wall balls, but they didn't have the patches. So they give out special patches, but they did not have any that day, so she did not get it. So this time she did it again, did 100 wall balls unbroken again, and got her patch that she deserved.
Okay. I was going to say, don't tell me it happened again.
They had it. This ended up being a 4-minute PR for her, and some of her coworkers were there, and they had a whiteboard, and they're like, what should we write on it to like cheer on? I was like, put my time on there. And they put 109, whatever, FYI. It's like Chris did a 109.
Backfired.
Yeah, it did backfire. So she beat me by about 35 seconds, which is great. That's good, though, because her and I, we're going to do a fall race next year and try to podium as mixed doubles. I think we have a good chance there.
Yeah.
So
4-minute PR. Wow.
4-minute PR. So her and I have both gotten faster. We run together a couple times a week, so that was really good to see. And then Ashlyn. So Ashlyn is a remote athlete. She trains on the south side of Charlotte, but when she reached out, she was just doing basically a full simulation. Like she's like, oh, time to train for HYROX. Just do a full simulation.
Just do a full sim, nothing else.
That's all she did. So we got her doing some designated running. We got her doing like, hey, let's just do a run and lunges to get better at lunges. Let's just not do the full race every day.
Yeah.
So she ended up having a 5-minute PR. I don't want to say she wasn't happy with that, but we actually had our check-in call today. She wanted more, so she ended up like at 1:22. She I wanted to be in the teens, but it's like a 5-minute PR.
It's still a good amount of time.
Still a big amount of time.
Yeah.
And we looking at the numbers, her station work was pretty similar, but what was really cool to see was her lunges and wall balls were significantly better. She gained like over a minute on those two combined. So like at the end of a race, she's not depleted. She was actually still finishing strong.
Okay.
So that was the best thing to see.
So yeah, so maybe just revising pacing.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay. Just getting a little bit faster. She can get into the teens easily.
It's a pretty reasonable PR. I'm not gonna lie. Like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Is a lot. So
yeah, when it's
not like 9 minutes.
Not 9 minutes. That's not reasonable.
That's not reasonable.
That's not reasonable. That's not expected. In 2, we'll see our biggest PR of the weekend. But then we had Jen. Jen was a HYROX hater. She was like a CrossFitter that's like, I hate this. Like when we like officially switched to HYROX, she was one of the ones that was like, this is not cool. This is dumb. I hate it.
She's a detractor.
She was but then she reached out to me maybe 6 months ago. It was like, hey, I just need something to train for. Like, can you give me some insight? And I was like, you're doing Chicago with us. Expecting pushback, but there was not much pushback. She was like, okay, sounds cool. Like I'll do it. She's like, I love Chicago. I get to see Seth and Melissa. I'm like, perfect. Let's do it. So she started coming to track workouts with us. She's been coming to all the classes, all that good stuff. And then after this week, she's been in here like every day, like so excited. Like she had so much fun. She's like an example of, okay, maybe my goal isn't to be competitive, but I really enjoy the experience of like training for something hard with other people and then going and doing the hard thing together.
Yeah. I think the whole experience is a really good example of honestly why people shouldn't go train HYROX anywhere else. That's very, very self-serving in my interest. I really think we've talked about the business of HYROX in town before. I think there's really only one other gym in town that is doing anything remotely similar to how we're preparing for it. Mm-hmm. There is much more cohesion. I doubt any other gym is doing pre-race prep calls.
Yeah.
I doubt, not to give you guys ideas now, but I doubt any other gym is really like trying to have the team aspect. I doubt any other gym has the countdown board that you have and like the amount of times they're being consistent and like going through that together.
Yeah.
There is a gym with like very high level athletes who are all very self-interested and they are coming together to train to push each other. Yeah. And I'm sure that there is a bond that they're forming. Like that just happens. We know that when people train hard together, but no one else is doing the team first thing and getting a community together to go all in on this. So if you're interested in being surrounded by other people and being supported and being a part of something bigger than yourself, and you do like running, well, try this thing out.
Yeah.
You'll probably like it.
Yeah, and that was the reason we switched to HYROX a year and a half ago. I guess 2 years ago now. It was 2 Decembers ago.
Yeah, it's almost 2. Yep.
That was the reason, is that to give that to No to Fit, and it has definitely done that.
Yeah, it's
and
changed. Like you guys are prepping for events and races, and it's the same feeling that we get when we travel for weightlifting meets and we have big team dinner and we're all celebrating each other's achievements.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are doing that now as well. It's amazing. It's different than just being like, okay, yeah, we do HYROX here.
Right.
That's not what we're doing.
No, I want you to do a race.
Yep.
I want you to come experience it.
But Jen did something.
Oh yeah, God, she earned a new nickname.
What's that?
Penalty Princess. So technically, I don't count this one, but TJ did get a penalty on her last race.
Okay.
But like, she just got hired as a coach. She wasn't really training here yet. So like, I'm not counting that one.
Okay.
It was like right after she got hired.
Okay.
So that one doesn't count. She gets a pass, so don't happen again. But yeah, Jen got a penalty for the farmer's carries. So it's a course. It's like a zigzag course, but you have to do it twice.
Did you only do it once?
She only did it once.
Jen.
There is a massive sign that says 2 laps. There is a person standing there saying, make sure you do 2 laps. Now, they're not counting for you, but like, make sure you do 2 laps. There is a map that we looked over together, Jen, that on the farmer's carry, I pointed at and said, hey, it says 2 laps. She only did 1.
Okay.
So she got a 3-minute penalty.
Yeah. All right.
Someone had to be the first.
Someone had to be that pioneer.
So yeah, the penalty princess pioneer.
There we go.
Triple P. But yeah, so she had fun. But we got something just to give her a hard time about, that she got the first penalty. She's proud of it.
So on to, this has got to be the biggest PR of the whole thing.
The whole thing. Yeah, Hannah. It was actually really funny. I knew this was going to happen. Right. I don't know if I told Sarah before Hannah's race or like while she was racing. I'm like, be ready to see Hannah cry.
Okay.
Because she's going to be so happy. Her last race was a 1:45. So she brought that down to a 1:20, whatever the math is. But
awesome.
It's over 21-minute PR.
Wow.
She is one of the ones who has put the work in, like hardcore. She came to like our team training camp. We did a weekend of just like hardcore diving into this stuff. And she actually has dealt with like some calf issues of like cramping. So something we're trying to figure out, like if it's like a hydration issue or if it's like the way she runs, the shoes, whatever it is, we're trying to figure that out for her. So the last like week and a half, 2 weeks, she wasn't really able to run all of her runs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But she was able to like get through the race with no issues. And like little things, she was a classic, like, hey, when I do wall balls and I get tired, I collapse in the bottom and do like a good morning and then have to throw it up. Well, she was like after, I want to say every class, but multiple times a week after class, she's like, all right, I'm doing 100 wall balls. She's like, she's like, I know this is where I struggle and I want to not struggle there anymore.
She's going to eat the week.
She did.
And get rid of it.
So like, I don't know what else to say. Just like she put the work in and it showed.
It's
like,
nice when that happens,
yes,
man.
So insanely proud of her for
Way to go, Hannah.
doing that. And then last one, save the best for last, Jamie. She did not have her best day, and that's okay. I think we can all take a lesson from her experience. So she loves HYROX. She goes not only to do the events, but like she travels to them to be a head judge. Head judges do get paid, and like she enjoys like the community. She enjoys everything about HYROX. But the whole day Saturday, for 8 hours at least, she was on her feet judging in that high stimulus environment of like the lights, the sound, the like being engaged, being stressed from like she's head judge at the wall ball station, which is arguably the most pressure to judge because everyone's like, HYROXers don't know how to do wall balls. So like we saw her, like we like, go Jamie, like she was not ignoring us rudely.
It's the one with like the clearest
Yeah.
points to judge. I'd say.
Correct.
Like there's 2 things and yeah.
And people like kept coming up to her, and she was even telling us like the other head judges were like coming up to her because she's like the most experienced. So it was just like a lot of pressure on her. She did not fuel properly. She said she like was lightheaded from the get-go. So like,
yeah, when you're on your feet, like you told me it's 8 hours basically nonstop. Like you can
Yeah.
go to the bathroom.
yes,
But the expectation is you just work 8 hours
just
nonstop.
work 8 hours. Yeah.
And that's ridiculous.
on your feet.
Yeah.
So feel really bad for her, but like, and she also like cheered everyone on. She was there like Saturday when she wasn't judging. She was still there cheering everybody on. She came to team dinner Saturday night when she raced Sunday morning. So like those little things, like I did send a message out, so this isn't passing the blame onto her. But I was like, hey, be a selfish athlete. If you don't want to come to team dinner, if you don't want to cheer people on, if you like need to chill before your race, please do. But she was just like, no, I want to be there for my teammates. I want to do all these things. And she did. And then her time reflected it.
Yep.
And I just still kudos to her for like still sticking through it and getting it done. About halfway through, you could like, she had that look in her face of like just defeat, you know?
Yeah.
But she was able to like block that out and still finish the race. So still give her kudos for those. Still proud of her. Yeah, so maybe next time she's allowed to only judge after she does her race first.
That's probably the way to go. I heard Kane talk to me about international trip fatigue, which is like, it's not that different. So you guys traveled to Chicago.
Yeah.
You were there multiple days, but like, I guess the only thing different is that he's there for a long time. So like some of the trips during Olympic qualification were like 2, almost 3 weeks, you know, especially with training camp that they'd have before it. And he's like, I'm last.
Yeah, Super's always go
last. You know, so it's like, yeah, by the time, you know, it might be 2 weeks for other people, but it's 3 weeks for the Super sort of thing. And it's, at this point, I've been not sleeping in my bed for 3 weeks, not eating the food that I would probably eat for 3 weeks, not seeing my wife for 3 weeks, you know, just all that. And that stuff kind of accumulates over time. So it's like a lot of trips, he really did feel like he was just like, I just don't feel hot, you know, and he wasn't on his feet, you know, all day the day before like she was. So
that's a good. I didn't even think about that. She was the last person out of our whole group to go.
It's the whole group. So you watched 20 other people compete, and cheered them on, and like worked an entire day. You know, like that's a ton of stuff. So I think you just got to be, if you see you're gonna go last, maybe help out day one, but then just chill, and that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's a good lesson learned for all of us there. But overall, like the whole experience was great. Everyone had a ton of fun. Like, so many PRs were set. So many first timers did the race. It was the first time like have this whole group together, which is really neat because like there'll never be a race where it's the exact same group again. Like I'm sure you experienced that like with the Arnold. When there's a big group, it's never the exact same group.
Nope.
So there's always a different chemistry every time. So like I had a blast with these people. I'm so excited they all did it, and the group chat's already blowing up about like, all right, DC's the next one. Let's start getting ready for that.
Okay, so that's DC. When is DC in the spring?
DC's going to be,
right?
they just officially released the dates today, May 7th and May 8th, same weekend as the Arnold.
Nope.
March 7th and 8th.
Yes.
That's what I meant. I said May. March.
You said May, and that's the same weekend as Queen City, and I was going to go through the fucking roof.
You're not going to be here for Queen City.
Because then both of us wouldn't be here, and then we'd really be fucked. So, oh wait, I'll totally be here. It's fine. Okay, so same weekend as us. So we'll go do weightlifting. You guys will go do HYROX.
Yeah.
We have to come up with some sort of wager about like who does better. I don't know. We'll have to think about it.
Okay,
the sports are really different.
Yeah.
And like no offense, like we will get more medals.
Yeah.
You know, just because there are less people doing weightlifting, so it's easier to medal. So those aren't like equivalent things. So we have to think about that.
If you have ideas, put them in the comment. But
we'll get there. Yeah, if you have an idea of like a gentleman's wager between Chris and I on what the weightlifting team does at the Arnold and what the HYROX team does.
Has y'all's registration already closed? Is it like sold out?
No, there's still
I was going to argue
time. It's filling up, but it's close.
I was going to try to argue who has the most people to sign up.
I think you will.
Yeah.
I think you will because we're split between masters / universities and that. Yeah. We'll probably have more people go to masters / universities than you will go to DC. Like I'm not I think that's probably the case.
That's a big one. Okay. Yeah, we got to think about that. That'd be fun to see which team performs better. We can do percentage based.
Like percentage based PRs?
Well, not even PRs, just like so say I got 65th out of 1600, so that puts me at X percentage. And we do the same like
if you're in like the top 3 percentile placement.
Yeah.
I still don't think that because there isn't. Well, no, if you got 3rd out of 3, you'd be the bottom 3rd percentile. So maybe that might work. Yeah, let's do the math on that and like percent PRs. Like if you PR by a kilo, that's X percent. If you PR by a minute, that's X percent. I don't know. And see which one seems the fairest or whatever.
Whichever one makes me win.
Okay. All right. Anything else about Chicago?
That's it about Chicago. It was a great place. It's my favorite city in the U.S.
That's fine.
What is yours, L.A.? That's a horrible take.
In the United States?
Yeah. L.A. is not a good city.
Shut your fucking mouth, first of all. keep my city's name out your mouth.
What makes cities good?
New York and Chicago definitely have that like density thing,
Mm-hmm.
whereas like good public transport and like thing around every corner. Whereas Los Angeles is so spread out, so it's just a different
Argument
thing.
over.
I think when I think about Los Angeles a lot, like I've been thinking about it a lot between, we're now experiencing it. Not to get political, but there were ICE actions earlier in Los Angeles and California. The Dodgers won the World Series just after that. So there's a lot going on, and my city is not perfect. And I think if you read the Odyssey, when Odysseus is trying to get home, Ithaca is not described as this like great place. It's actually just described like really barren, and it's this rock sticking out of the ocean, and it's like it's not that great.
Yeah.
But the Odyssey talks a lot about like your feeling of home will always be special, no matter what, even if it's not a special place. And that is how I feel about Los Angeles, even though it's not perfect. I don't even want to live there. I live here, so there are a lot of things wrong with it. But it's still this weird connection to it.
But here shows my maturity compared to yours. Charlotte is that to me, but I know Charlotte's not the best. I know Chicago is. So one day you'll accept that.
You'll know Chicago. I don't know. I don't know what my favorite American
What did you
city
experience
is.
in Chicago? You've had deep dish, so you've been there, right?
I've really only done, I went to Portillo's. I've had deep dish.
Have you done the architecture tour?
No, I haven't been in proper center of Chicago. I've only been to Elmhurst, surrounding area, stuff like that.
So my wife, Sarah, is obsessed with Mahjong, the
Right?
game.
You went to Mahjong parlor?
We found a Mahjong parlor.
Of course, you're in
in
the city.
Wrigleyville. That was so cool.
Don't act like it's a surprise.
It was cool.
A city full of people.
It was so cool. Charlotte doesn't have that.
Maybe it's not the best city. I don't know.
It's not. Chicago is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my favorite, because I don't really like cities, so I couldn't tell you.
San Diego's pretty cool.
The places I would tell you would be like Colorado Springs is not a city,
but I like it.
and I love Colorado Springs. Great. Berkeley, California is not a city, but I love Berkeley,
Do
California.
we like Colorado Springs because we have because we get to go there so much and have a cool connection
No,
to it?
I've loved Colorado Springs my entire life.
Okay.
I think I went there when I was 8, and I was like, this is the shit.
I've only been with you, so.
Yeah, I just like everything about it. So I don't know. I think cities are not what we're supposed to live in. So I don't know.
Well, we have 8 billion people. I think we kind of have to.
Yeah. I mean, we've been building cities, for a long time. But
yeah.
Anyway, let's finish there.
That's it. That's all I got. Thank you for talking HYROX with me.
Of course. No, I do enjoy it. It's interesting hearing about the different strategies. I think I'm really
I got one strategy I want to share. I forgot to mention.
Okay, yeah.
About doubles. So me and Jordy did this. I don't know if I should give this away or not, but it was huge. So with doubles, the rule is you have to be within 10 seconds of each other.
From him stopping doing a thing?
So there are
running.
There are I don't know what they're called, but you wear the things on your ankle.
Yeah.
The monitors. Ankle monitors.
You wear ankle monitors.
You wear ankle monitors. And every time there's lines every time you go into a station, out of a station, in the rock zone, whatever. There's lines every so often.
Okay.
And you can't cross those 10 seconds or more apart, and you'll get a penalty.
Okay, so you have to pace your run.
You have to pace your run.
Yeah.
But here's the strategy. And also at the stations, if they're like, hey, where's your partner? You can't start until your partner's there. They'll also do that.
Yeah.
But the best thing that we did, I thought was amazing. He's a better runner than I am. So every single station, he started and finished the station. What we do is when we're going, let's say sled push, when we're coming to the sled push, he'd be ahead of me.
He gets it going.
He gets in there, and I'm 3 to 4 seconds behind catching as he's already going to catch my breath.
Yep.
And then we worked it out to where we take turns, but then same thing. He ends on the sled push. Well, when he's 4 or 5 feet away, I go ahead and take off, start running to get that little gap. And then during the 1,000-meter run, he closes that gap and passes me back.
Yep. No, it's good.
And it was it was significant. It helped a ton.
Okay.
So if you're doing doubles, do that, but don't get too far ahead or you get a penalty.
You get
Not
a penalty.
worth it.
No, I think it's I talked to a triathlon coach, a collegiate triathlon coach, and hearing them strategize because their courses change when they do tries. The bike is going to be through this hill course or whatever. The swim is in this temperature water, all that kind of stuff. So I think HYROX has some elements like that. We think a lot in weightlifting about every specific thing, but there's really only a few variables.
Yeah.
I think because you guys have so many other stations, like stuff like that is really unique and interesting. So
yeah, it was a fun strategy. Maria gave us that, and I was like, oh shit, this is great, and it worked really well.
Okay.
So
Pro tip. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Training Partners Podcast. We'll see you.
Sponsored by
Amelie's.
Sweet treats.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.